Brian Clough finally takes the wrapping off his gold bar, having allowed the public a peek at his purchase in testimonial matches, and as a substitute he decides that Portman Road, a match between the league champions and the cup winners, is a fitting setting for the full debut of the $2 million man, Trevor Francis. But in order to get him into the Nottingham Forest side, Brian Clough has had to leave out another English international, Tony Woodcock. Ipswich, meanwhile, offer further evidence that they've established themselves in the money markets of Holland by this afternoon revealing their latest signing, Frans Thijssen, who played at Derby but who now makes his home debut. And he takes his place at number 4 in an Ipswich side that's currently in very good nick, only one defeat in 8 league games and defending their FA Cup in style. Their one change is the return from a knee injury of George Burley at number 2, with Mills moving across the back 4 and Les Tibbett losing his place. Tony Woodcock has lost his place in the Forest side mainly because he hasn't been able to score goals. His total in all competitions this season is 5. Gary Birtle's total is 16. But it's interesting to reflect that last season, playing alongside Peter With, Woodcock's total was 18. The referee this afternoon is Clive White of Harrow. This is the 5th time that Ipswich have played Forest since Forest were promoted from the 2nd Division. And they've lost all the 4 previous games and failed to score once against them and conceded 12. 3 league matches and the Charity Shield match at Wembley at the start of the season. And Francis's first piece of action is to have a free kick given against him for offside. Mills' free kick, on by Muren. And an early corner for the home side. Thijssen had a fairly comfortable start at Derby. Muren to take the corner. Oh, very easily away. Put back by Walk and superbly tipped around by Chilton. Noted for that sort of shooting, John Walk. Very comfortable for Lloyd to get it away, but Walk met it and drove it back to force Chilton to make a brilliant save. Woods with the corner. Lloyd gets it away again and again to Walk. And the free kick has been given. And Brazil coming away. Incidentally played last season with Trevor Francis in the United States. Francis and Osman. Mills giving a comfortable catch to Paul Cooper. Clark. Birtles. Clark. Butcher's head. Burley, Mariner in the inside right position. That's a great ball by Burley to Mariner. But he had nobody up to put it across 2 square, so he had to have a shot. But a really fine pass by Burley, which bent the ball round Lloyd into the path of Mariner. Here's Birtles. Looked better balanced then did Butcher. Osman getting it away from Francis. Robertson. 3 ganging up on him. Still managed to get the ball across. Here's Francis. Francis, when he made his debut for Birmingham, scored 8 goals in his first 3 full appearances. How would they be expected to live up to that? He was only a 16-year-old then. Chase for Brazil. Anderson is the Forest player. That was awkward as it came down. Lloyd got it away. Here's Burley. Mariner. Flick intended for Thijssen. Here's Robertson. Bertels in the middle, France's right side. Here's O'Neill, and he managed to go through. Just a little pass of no more than a yard and a half. They were looking for something longer, but the yard and a half pass by Robertson almost got O'Neill to weave his way through. Clive Woods is exclusively on the right at this stage. Burley. Lloyd. Burley. Here's Woods. Oh, that's nice. Beautifully done by Woods. But he hasn't actually gone anywhere yet. Now he finds Mills. 3 up in the box. Here's Mariner. Did well to keep it in play. Lovely skill by Woods that left Frank Clark for dead. But then he ran across field and didn't actually produce a telling through ball of any sort. And Muren covering Mills, which I suggest might not have been the case when he first came to the club. Here's Walk. Brazil. And there's a real gap, and he drives it well. Pretty cleanly struck by Adam Brazil. Needham. Woods. Tyson. O'Neill. Bertels. And Cooper not sure. Still Bertels. And he makes it count very well indeed. Just a simple through ball. And Paul Cooper, I think, not quite sure what he was going to do. And young Gary Bertels kept his head very well, turned on it and put it straight in the corner. Bertels' 9th league goal of the season and his 17th in total. And I suppose that when Francis was bought, he was the man that most people thought would have to drop out to make way for him. Walk. He might still, of course. Can't imagine Tony Woodcock staying out of the side for any length of time and staying at the club. Here's Francis. Offside against Bertels.
Goal time, 22 minutes, 38 seconds. 2-2-3-8, scored by Gary Bertels.
Official golden goal time, 22 minutes and 38 seconds, but the goal coming at a stage when Ipswich seemed to have opened up the middle of the Forest defence. On by Francis, but a bit too long. Ball bouncing quite high. Again, good clearance from the kick, maybe helped a bit by the wind. Clark. Mills. Ipswich have been beaten at home 6 times this season. Mills losing out to O'Neill. Here's Butcher. Needham. Mills. Gavin just facing him, forcing him to turn away. Here's Walk. Anderson. Francis not given fully time to recover. And here's Lloyd seeing the space. But he could have a crack from here. And he scored a brilliant goal against York in the Cup. Now can the gap down the middle be exploited by Ipswich. Here's Mariner. He's got Woods to the right. Brazil in the inside left position. The Forest have now got 5 back. Here's Mariner. Needs some help. Here's John Walk. Oh, that's finely set up. And again, a lovely strike. But Peter Shilton, right on his 6-yard line, made it look very comfortable, which it was because of his positioning. Handball by McGovern. Mills. And we come to the end of the first half with the goal scored by a player who was unknown at the start of the season, Gary Birtles. Not too much chance for the £1 million man, Trevor Francis. And a fascinating battle between Peter Shilton in the Nottingham Forest goal and John Walk, who's rifled several at him but has yet to beat him. 1-0 to Nottingham Forest at half-time. The face in the crowd plays a vital role in the success of Liverpool. It's Tom Saunders, who's on a spying mission to watch Ipswich for next Saturday's FA Cup tie here between Ipswich and Liverpool. Liverpool, incidentally, one of only 4 sides to beat Trevor Francis' new team since Forest were promoted. The other sides are Arsenal, have done it 3 times, Chelsea and West Bromwich Albion. It's Clark Forest now attacking the goal to our right. And he's marking Francis for most of that first half and doing a good job. Using Terry Butcher. And here's Tyson. Through to Brazil. By Francis, but none of them got the ball. Brazil! Well, 1-1 and both goals from errors. Ball coming off Needham and allowing Brazil the chance to collect behind him and give Shilton no earthly. So Alan Brazil gets his first league goal, having got 2 in the Cup against Bristol Rovers, his first goals in senior football on Monday. And the score between the Cup holders and the league champions is 1-1. Anderson, it's a promising run. That's a corner.
Your golden goal time, 53 minutes, 53 seconds. 5-3, 5-3, scored by Alan.
There's O'Neill. Birtles. Mills. Walk. Tyson. Here's Mariner. Burley. Murin calling for the long one to the far post. Here he is. Mills. At about a ball's width over the crossbar. The long cross that found Arnold Murin, and the setup for Mills, who determined it was to be his, and hit a beauty that was just too high, but only just. Spivens. Cooper has come for it. been unhappy about something. Friday was pushed. Needham. Robertson. Good shoulder. Anderson. Neil running ahead of Anderson. Francis down the middle. It's a good positive run by the fullback. Comes rather luckily to O'Neill. Francis waiting. Goal kick. A really good run by Viv Anderson, going straight at the heart of the defence. O'Neill making a good run in front of him and taking the right position. And Francis disappointed that he wasn't fed at the end. Well, they're fairly pricey feet too. They walk to the bank to pick up $1 million. Tyson. Woods. That's well hit, and here's Muren. Just couldn't take it. Applause for both the pass and the attempt to collect. Won by Butcher. He has done very well in the air. He's done well enough on the ground too, but particularly in the air his performance has been first class. Here's Brazil. The deflection was very lucky for Anderson. Beattie's often missed so much in the air from his general physique, but Butcher's a big lad and looks to have a future there. Run by Robertson. Butcher's challenge. David Needham let it go, but Gemma wasn't in the position to collect. Woods. It's done. Gemmell faces Clark, and they're getting back an awful lot. Here's Walk. Muren pulling wide to the left again, and Walk letting one go once more. Oh, we've had a lull since his last real crack. But as the ball broke at the other end, Gemmell wasn't in the position to collect it, and Woods went on the long run, beating Gemmell first, coming inside Clark, and ended up with the shot from Walk. Questions of what Mr. White has docked off for injuries and stoppages. John Walk. Snelled a little bit. Muren. Brazil. Francis. Robertson. Woods, who dived in. Here's Birtles. McGovern. Robertson. Three waiting in the middle. Birtles, Francis and O'Neill. And there's O'Neill. Butcher who got ahead of him. Robertson and Clark around the corner back. Taken a match which will go down in history as the first 90 minutes played by the first £1 million footballer in Britain. But it will be remembered more by the other number 10, Alan Brazil, for his first goal in league football, and the two of them going off together, but Brazil smiling more. Final score then, Ipswich 1, Nottingham Forest 1.
Well, Ipswich fought back well there, and after throwing away that silly goal, they look to be playing with a lot more confidence again, which is timely in view of their UEFA Cup match against Barcelona on Wednesday. We were hoping for a word from Trevor Francis, but he didn't wish to appear. But Brian Clough, the man who spent the $1 million, is more than capable of speaking for both of them.
Brian, is it more difficult to be the manager involved in the £1 million deal, or the player in his first
I'd have thought this
match?
afternoon, the player. It was difficult for me during the signing period, but now it's all on his shoulders, I'm afraid.
It wasn't an easy start for him, was it?
Oh, no. We didn't expect an easy start at any time for him. and he would have been stupid if he thought otherwise. But particularly today, when I thought Ipswich were full of it. They've had a hell of a week, and they were absolutely full of it today.
When did you decide that today was the day to give him 90 minutes football?
Wednesday.
Why?
Well, he was ready for 90 minutes, obviously. He's got to play some time. I always think it's a little bit easier playing away from home, actually, when you're carrying such a burden of £1 million on your shoulders. And first half, I was reasonably pleased with him. He tackled back. This is from £1 million striker. He tackled back and he worked quite hard.
But he hadn't played that many matches, to be fair.
No, of course not. It'll take him a month to settle in. And I mean a month.
Yeah, I think some people might say you won't see the best of him till next season. Is that...
Possibly not, possibly not. By the time he gets moved, you see, we've got to chop and change our side with him not being eligible for so many competitions. And he'll be in and out, and so you're perhaps right, possibly next season.
Why was Tony Woodcock the man to stand out?
Well, Tony's been having what can be described as a lean time. Francis is a centre-forward, come striker, whatever word you want to put to them, and Tony was the one out. It's as simple as that. The balance of the side was important today, and it was Tony that had to be left out.
But when you bought Trevor, did you know where you were going to play?
Oh, yeah, exactly where he played today.
So where does that leave Tony Woodcock?
Well, it leaves Tony playing in a European Cup on Wednesday. And then,
in the long-term round, I mean.
And then possibly playing in the League Cup final. I don't know where it leaves the young man. We just wanted somebody to score goals a little bit more consistent than Tony's been scoring them, because he's had a lean season. I think he's got 2 league goals. And I think it was even a big relief for him when I left him out and told him I was leaving him out. If he comes back in competitions like Europe and League Cups and starts sticking goals in left, right and centre, then Francis might be having to look over his shoulder.
In spite of the £1 million?
And the £1 million doesn't worry me at all.